Hello friends! I have got a story for you. Now, if you are a regular follower of my channel, you've probably been wondering where all of the YouTube videos have been, since I normally upload about 4 times a week and there has been nothing on my channel for well over a week. Now, I'm going to get a little personal here, so if you're just here for gameplay videos, I'll go ahead and let you know there's not going to be any gameplay here, and I'll let you know that the reason there hasn't been a lot of videos is because I've been in and out of the hospital for the past week. And so if you do want to come and just watch videos, then go ahead and click here and you can get your whole fix of sweet airsoft videos from my channel. For those of you that want a more detailed description of what's been going on in my life and why I haven't been on YouTube, here's the story. So about 2 weeks ago, I started having a lot of pain in my abdomen area, and I thought it was just something. I've had cysts on my ovaries, which is probably too much information for you people, but that's part of the story, so here we go. I thought it was just part of that, and so I wasn't too worried about it. I had this pain for a few days, and then I was actually at a photo shoot for DesertFox Events, which is going to debut this weekend at AirsoftCon, so make sure you stay tuned in for that. I'm really excited for it. Anyway, I was at this photo shoot with my husband, Jet DesertFox, callsign Hollywood, and our buddy Lauren, who is a photographer. He's doing the photography for this. We're trying to take some promotional photos for DesertFox Events, which is going to be starting here soon. In the middle of this, I started getting really bad pains and I wasn't feeling well, and so I was like, oh, there's something wrong, and then I started getting sick. I was like, I have to go home right now. So I wasn't done with my portion of the shoot, but I just basically bailed and told Jet I have to go home right now, something's wrong with me. So I go home, I get on the way home, I start getting sick. As I get home, I start getting sicker, I start vomiting, and the pain just starts getting worse and worse and worse, this pain that I'm having in my abdomen area. As part of this, we had planned on taking our friends out to eat and doing this whole thing, and I sent him a message and said, just grab me something, I can't go out to eat, I'll be home and I'll see you when you get home. While he was out to eat, the pain is getting worse and worse and worse to where I feel like I'm gonna pass out. So I tell him, you need to come home right now, I think I need to go to the urgent care. He gets home, he looks up urgent care, and at this point, I'm getting a little scared because this is the worst pain I felt in my life. I feel like I'm about to pass out, and I don't know what's going on with myself, which was a little scary because honestly, I've never been sick. I've never even been in the hospital before, except for getting stitches right here when I was in high school, and stitches right here when I was like 2. Those are the only times I've been in the hospital, and that was just an ER just to get stitches. So I was freaking out a little bit because something's going on inside my body. I have no idea what it is, so I tell him we need to go to the ER. We get to the ER here at our local hospital, and I get admitted slowly. Jet had to actually pester them because at this point the pain is unbearable enough that I can't hold it in. I'm crying, I'm rocking back and forth, I can't hold still, and I'm getting ignored in the ER. And so Jet has to go talk to them and say, hey, there's something really wrong with my wife, you need to get her in, please. And so they finally get me in. They put me in a hallway by myself for a little while where I'm just rocking back and forth and crying. And finally someone comes and gets me and says, oh, we'll take you back here to financial. And obviously at this point, Jet had to fill out all of my paperwork. I was not able even to sign my name myself because my hands were shaking so bad, and I'm sweating and getting sick everywhere. And so they decide, oh, well, I guess we can just go ahead and admit you. So they finally admit me to the hospital. I'm in tons of pain. No one believes me that I'm in tons of pain, which was really frustrating. So they hook me up to an IV. They give me a pain medicine and they say you'll be fine in just a few minutes. The pain does not stop. I'm staying in pain, so they take me through all these tests, and while I'm going through all these tests, I can't even hold still in my hospital bed because I'm in so much pain and I'm sweating and essentially just screaming also because I'm in so much pain. So they finally get me through all these tests. They give me another double dosage of IV pain medicine, which tends to, it made the pain a little less for about half an hour to where I was actually able to hold still. During this point, bless my husband, he's holding my hand the whole time, and I'm digging claw marks into every inch of his hands and arms. So it was just a pretty terrible experience overall. I spent about 7 hours in the emergency room there, and they come back in without saying anything and say, "Oh, you're being discharged." And I was like, what? You haven't even given me a diagnosis. I don't even know what's wrong with me. I'm still in a lot of pain. And they were like, well, yeah, you're going to be in a lot of pain. We think you have a kidney stone. And at this point, while I was in testing, they had come in and they had told Jet that they thought that I would need surgery or that I needed to have a procedure done to help me ease the pain or to get rid of this. And so when they come in and tell me, we're discharging you with nothing, and I had received no help, I was pretty befuddled. At this point also, it's important to keep in mind I had been in the emergency room for about 7 hours. I was exhausted. I was sweating everywhere. I was vomiting everywhere. And I honestly didn't know what to do because I just felt lost because I kind of thought, you know, this is a hospital. They know what they're doing, so obviously they would be helping me if something were truly wrong. So they send me home with a paper that says that I have abdominal pain and baby Tylenol. And I said, is there any way I can get anything stronger? I'm obviously in a lot of pain. This IV pain medication is not helping me. And the nurse says, we're not going to give you anything else. You're just going to have to be in pain. I think to myself, okay, apparently I'm being a little baby about this. So we go home. Jet gets a prescription for me of antibiotics and essentially Tylenol with a splash of codeine in it, which I took. Did not do anything at all whatsoever for my pain. Nothing. So that was really disheartening. So I spent the next 3 days in bed with the same symptoms, the same pains, and no solution. They told me that they thought that I had a kidney stone and it should be passing. Nothing happened. They also didn't give me any information about having a kidney stone, what to expect, how to take care of it, how I know if it's passed, anything like that. So essentially I spent the next 3 days in bed. In the meantime, I had planned a trip back to Kansas to visit my family. The reason for this is I grew up right next to my grandparents. They're getting very old. They're in their mid-90s now. And my grandmother is getting sent to assisted living. And this was kind of difficult for me, as it is for anyone who has to watch their grandparents that they grew up with get older. And so my priority was, I have to get home to Kansas to see my grandmother. I want to see the house that I have so many happy memories in before it's gone, because they're moving her at the end of this month. I'm traveling for the rest of this month for airsoft. And so this was the only time that I had to go back and to see my family and to see my grandparents, who are progressively getting older and who I don't get to see very often because I do travel so much for airsoft, and not a lot of that is to Southeast Kansas, where I'm from. So I had made up my mind, regardless of what happens, I need to get home and I need to see my grandparents. So I got on a plane on Wednesday in a lot of pain. I spent the whole day on a plane, vomiting all day, rocking back and forth in pain all day, 2 flights. My parents picked me up in Tulsa. I'm still in pain, I'm still vomiting. I'm vomiting all the way to my parents' house, and I'm vomiting all night while I'm there. And obviously still in a lot of pain. So my mom decides, this is kind of ridiculous, we need to get you to a doctor and to someone that will take care of you. So she makes me an appointment for Friday morning, and I spend Thursday recuperating. I feel a little bit better Thursday. It's amazing what having a mom take care of you can do to help you. So I spend most of the day that I'm supposed to be there visiting my grandparents resting. I do get to go to my grandmother's house. I spend essentially the whole day on her couch talking to her. And then Friday I go in for my appointment. In talking with my doctor, I ended up actually going to my childhood doctor. I talk to my doctor and I tell him the whole story about what happened with my hospital experience here in Southern California. And he is a little flabbergasted, actually. He was like, you shouldn't have been in pain this long. You should have had better attention and better care. And there's no way that you should still be in this much pain after a week and a half later. So he tells me that I'm very likely going to have surgery on Monday. So he prescribes me pain pills that actually work, so I can actually get through the weekend. I make it through the weekend. I'm actually able to go up, and with these pain pills, I'm actually able to have some semblance of relief for 2 days. And that was great because I had to go to Manhattan, Kansas, where I went to college. I was visiting my best friend from college, and who was also maid of honor in my wedding. And so I got to see her for 2 wonderful days of no pain. I get back Sunday night, and the doctor has told me, you need to prepare for just in case that you might need to have surgery on Monday morning. So I do everything to get ready. I get a call from the doctor's office on Monday, and he's calling me and telling me, I've looked at all of your CT scans, I've looked at everything. This stone has not moved. It should have moved. It's really large. I don't know why the hospital sent you home without doing anything for you. So you're going to have surgery, because it's now been almost 2 weeks of me having this, and of it not moving anywhere, and of being in the same pain. So I am in Kansas, and the time that I'm supposed to be spending with my grandparents, I am spending in hospitals and doctor's offices. And Monday of this week, I had surgery for a kidney stone. They were able to remove it. It was quite large from what I understand. They said that there's no way that I would have been able to pass it on my own. And so I had to get this stone removed. So Monday I had surgery. Tuesday, quite sore obviously because I had surgery, and Tuesday I flew home back here to California. So that's what's been going on with my life, and that's why I haven't uploaded any videos. I won't be able to do anything active obviously for about a week, but here's my level of nerdiness. I did let them kind of know this is what I do for a living, and essentially I play airsoft for a living. It's a pretty active lifestyle. Will I still be able to go camping next weekend? Because next weekend is Milsim West Caspian Breakout, in which I'm slated to be an XO for the Russian side, and I'm cleared. So yay, by next week I should be good. I just need a week to recuperate. So this weekend, October 14th, is Airsoft Con. I will be there. I might be moving a little slower than normal, so if you see me and I'm not quite myself, just understand this is why. I just wanted to give you guys an insight as to what's been going on in my life. So I'm sorry that I haven't uploaded. I'm sorry that I haven't been very active on social media or anywhere else. Basics was, I was just in a lot of pain, and when I wasn't in pain, I was trying to get as much time as I could with my family, who's very important to me and who were a very big part of my life growing up as a child. So I just wanted to share that with you. Sorry if this is too much information for you guys, or I don't know, I just wanted to give that insight with everyone as to what's been going on in my life. And hopefully I will have some more streams and I'll have some things going up soon. I will definitely try to make it a priority to live stream this week in order to make up for what's been going on. I'll be live streaming from Airsoft Con and for all of the events. So this week, just make sure if you want to see what's going on, I'm gonna be live streaming this week, and then hopefully next week we'll be able to get back to regularly scheduled programming. That pretty much wraps up what has been going on in this past week of my life. So thank you guys for listening in. Thank you so much for being supportive and being subscribers, and thank you for watching this video if you managed to make it the whole way through and through this whole story. So thank you so much, and hopefully we are back to normal now. So see you guys on the flip side. Make sure you're subscribed, and we'll see you at Airsoft Con. Bye!